What's cracking, guys? Omar Isaf here with my boy Jake Noel.
What's up, brother?
He is a rehab specialist. He treats the who's who when it comes to lifting. He basically makes them better. But it's not just about treatment. It's about mobility, activation, patterning. He does the whole damn thing. Today we're going to build upon the previous video. When it comes to squats. We talked about squat mobility, what everyone should be doing, no matter their level of injury or like where they're at or where they're tight. They should do. Now we're going to talk about squat activation. Activation exercises that help with the squat.
Yeah, so basically we have decided, or at least stated, that what it boils down to is if the femurs turn in, the glutes turn off. And so anything that causes internal rotation of the femurs tends to get overloaded. In powerlifters, we want to open the hips and activate and fire the glutes. So 3 drills today, all about getting the glutes to activate before we go into our squats. The big glute activator that is kind of the primary glute activator that I use for anybody that can properly perform it is the banded glute bridge. So the key with glute activators, and any activator for that matter, is that you actually feel it in the muscle group that we're trying to activate and stimulate. So we're going to have Omar on the floor. He's going to show us how to perform the glute bridge. So down we go. First thing we want to do is tuck the pelvis up. And we're gonna watch him do that 3 times just to make sure we really see it. So this is a relaxed pelvis. We roll it up. That has to happen first, or we're not gonna have a lot of effect with the glute bridge. We're gonna feel it in our low back. From there, he's gonna extend his hips up and push out against the band, letting his head relax. And he's just squeezing both butt cheeks together as tight as he can. A little extra pulse at it, and then kind of letting it relax, and then pulse at it. 10 or 12, maybe 15 of those extra pulses tend to really go a long way in making the glutes fire up for us. Sometimes really full extension in this movement can cause a little pinching in the low back. I don't think Omar's feeling that today, but we'll pretend he is. And what we'll do to correct that is we'll just drop the hips down a little, focus on rolling the pelvis up really hard, and then we'll progress the range of motion only as far as it can be progressed with great glute activation. Bulgarian split squat kind of does 2 things at once. It mobilizes the front hip and then activates the glute of the front leg. It will only do that if you are properly extended out forward far enough. Here's the real key. No forward travel to the knee. So let's step that foot forward just a little further. Whoop. There we go. Now his shin bone is straight up and down and needs to stay that way as he comes up and down and up and down. Externally rotating the knee. Focus on activating this glute, stretching the front of this side of his hip. Really important to this movement is that we see that the kneecap is rotated outside like the second toe, or where the second toe would be. So we never want to see it internally rotated. We need to see it opened up to the outside of the point of his shoe at all times. That's going to make sure that we're actually getting the external rotation on the femur that is the goal of the movement. Side shifters, so we're going to start out in like a sumo stance, nice and wide. These are side shifters, I call them, or side lunge shifters. Okay. Just like with the split squat, we don't want to see the knee. Oops, and I'll come to this side. We don't want to see the knee. Woo. It needs to be open outside the second toe, and the shin bone needs to be straight up and down. And then he's going to flex this part of his butt cheek and then scoot over to the other side. Flex the side of the butt cheek. He's getting a nice stretch on the inner thigh, I'm sure. We follow this after inner thigh mobility.
We established that Omar
has no inner thigh mobility, right? Keep going, you're doing great. There you go. Very nice. And so this is just giving us a lateral rebalancing of the pelvis and of the femurs and of the hamstrings and butt cheeks. Mostly it's for the butt cheeks. Mostly you'll feel the glute maximus firing. A lot of times you'll feel a lot of mobility in the adductors. Also good, but be careful not to pull yourself with the adductor. Instead, push yourself with the glute of the leg that you're loading.
Well, guys, that is the video. Thank you, Jake, for being on.
Dude, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so as I understand, actually, you do online coaching. So for those interested, they're a little banged up, they need some guidance, where can they find you?
So you find me at reactivetrainingsystems.com as a coach on the platform, and at gainsnotpains.com as the vlog site, vlog/blog/article site for information for, that's all.
That's all I have to say.
That's all I have to say about that.
That link will be in the description. That's all the time we have. You made it to the end of the video. What you waiting for? If you like the video, make sure to like the damn video. And I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next one. Peace.